Alright, y'all, welcome back to another old Lionel MTH catalog flip through. Today we're going to be looking at the 2018-19 Lionel MTH Electric Model Railroad Accessory Trains Tinplate catalog. And like I said before, this one is from 2018 to 2019, so let's go ahead and take a look at this. Alright, so here is the step into the time machine and the table of contents on the right. And they also have it's easy to find and buy Lionel Corporation products. They have buy it now, find it locally, click on the item description in this catalog, or select your local dealer. And yeah. So they have I'm pretty sure we've been through this before. They have the vivid engine sounds, station sounds, atmospheric sounds, speed control and slowed speed capability, synchronized chuff and puff, remote uncoupling, command control, brake sounds, and great smoke. And there's also the product features on the right. Okay, so right off the bat we have the Lionel Celebration Series, the Lionel Lines orange and blue with nickel trim, 392E steam engine. There's also a boxcar and a refrigerator car, and you can expand your set with this illuminated add-on boxcar, and there's also some illuminated track bumpers. And here are some more famous catalog cover series. They have 1923, 1924, 1925, and 1926. There's also the Lionel Lines orange and blue with nickel trim, 263E Tinplate locomotive in the tender, along with the Lionel Lines orange and blue with nickel trim, 4-car O-gauge 2600 series set with illuminated interiors. There's also a refrigerator car and an illuminated caboose. And there's also the Lionel number 256 passenger sets. They have the Milwaukee Road 3-car O-gauge 710 series passenger sets, which include a number 710 coaches and number 712 observation car with detailed interiors. There's actually 2 coaches in the set. And there's also in the Milwaukee Road number 256 electric, which features photo sound. And you can expand your set with these matching add-on cars. There's the baggage car and O-gauge coach. And there's also a O-gauge coach for the Pennsylvania Railroad one, if there's any. And here are the Lionel 263E steam locomotives. Here's the Lionel Lines black with brass trim, 263E Tinplate locomotive and tender, and the Lionel Lines gray with nickel trim locomotive. For the features, it has stamped steel boiler, baked enamel finish, die-cast metal chassis, metal wheels and axles, operating remote-controlled proto-coupler, constant voltage headlight, precision flywheel-equipped motor, locomotive speed control and scale MTH increments, synchronized puff and smoke, proto-smoke system, stamped steel tender body, wireless drawbar, onboard DCC DCS decoder, photo sound 3.0 with a digital command system featuring passenger stations, proto effects, unit measures 20 3/4 inches times 3 3/8 inches times 4 1/8 inches, operates on 031 curves. And here are the sets from last week's catalog. There's the steam engines and the passenger cars. And yeah, there's also the armored motor car outfit. There's the and there's the Desert Storm one. And on the right there also has some Lionel 2600 series O-gauge freight. They have a tank car, P with green red roof, caboose, and a Lionel Lines O-gauge caboose. All of these feature baked enamel finish, stamped steel body and chassis, metal wheels and axles, operating metal latch couplers, and unit measures at 8 1/8 inches, 2 3/8 inches, and 3 1/4 inches, and it operates on 031 curves. And here are some more cabooses. These are the ones that we saw in last week's catalog flip through. And I'm pretty sure that these are the ones that, except this one. This is the Lionel Corporation MTH RRC number 281 4R O-gauge refrigerator car, and a Lionel Lines O-gauge refrigerator car. And yeah, these two right here. And here we have some of the Lionel 390E standard gauge steamers. They have the Lionel lines black with orange stripe with brass trim, and the Lionel lines two-tone blue with brass trim, the two-tone state green with brass trim, and the Lionel lines gray with nickel trim. And yeah, pretty much that. Here are the Lionel 392E standard gauge steamers. There's the gray with nickel trim, black with brass trim, the Lehigh Valley, and the Pennsylvania. I'm pretty sure we saw these engines in the other catalog. And here are the Lionel 400E standard gauge steamers. There's the two-tone blue brass, the gray nickel, Norfolk and Western, and two-tone blue and nickel steam locomotive. And right off the bat, here are some new engines right here. They have the Lionel lines black with brass trim 400E standard gauge steam engine, the Navy Hospital Train steam engine, the Lionel lines pink coat, or yeah, the Southern 400E standard gauge steam engine. It says the Southern Crescent Limited, the Baltimore and Ohio, and the Lionel lines with the red paint job, or paint color scheme, whatever you call it. And there's also some more ones. They have the Chesapeake and Ohio, U.S. Army, the Santa Fe, Chicago Northwestern, Union Pacific, and Christmas. We might be able to see some. And here are the passenger cars. I'm pretty sure these are the coaches that we went through in last week's catalog. And there's also the Lionel lines the green Comet coaches. They have a Comet coach. Actually, this is actually the blue Comet coach. It's just painted green. So yeah, there's a baggage car and a coach car. And there's also the matching passenger sets that you can go along with the steam engines. There's the Southern, Chicago, Northwestern, Baltimore, and Ohio, U.S. Navy, Chesapeake, and Ohio, Union Pacific, Christmas, blue with brass, Santa Fe, and U.S. Army. And there's also the Lionel Super 381 in-state car sets. So there's the Pennsylvania standard gauge Super 381 electric engine, along with the two coaches in the observation car. I think you have to get these products separately. And there's also the Milwaukee Road with the Union Pacific color scheme. There's the baggage car you can add on to the passenger series. And yeah. And there's also the sorry about that. There's also the two-tone brown, the New Haven, two-tone brown, some more two-tone browns, and the Great Northern. And here are the Lionel number 6 passenger sets. There's the Long Island standard gauge Pullman passenger set, which includes the 1 combine, 1 Pullman, and 1 observation car with detail lighted interiors. And there's also the Baltimore and Ohio 3-car standard gauge Pullman passenger set, which includes 1 combine, 1 Pullman, and 1 observation car with detailed lighted interiors. Now the locomotive itself, it features a die-cast chassis, stamped steel boiler, cabin and tender, baked enamel finish, colorful, attractive paint scheme, brass trim, metal wheels, axles, and gears, stamped steel tender trucks, operating stamped steel couplers, LED constant voltage headlight, precision flywheel equipped with CAN monitor, locomotive speed control, synchronized puffing and proto smoke system, proto sound 3.0 with the digital command system, DCS featuring bells, whistle, synchronized chuffing, passenger station photo effects, and numerous additional sound effects. And here are the Strasburg and Pennsylvania sets that we saw in the last week's catalog. the American Flyer Brass Piper passenger sets, the Lehigh Valley and the Great Northern. And there's also some American Flyer 4696 freight sets. They have the steam engine. This is the Pennsylvania set. It has the steam engine, an automobile car, hopper, and caboose. And the New York Central set, which includes the automobile car, hopper, and caboose. And there's also the Lionel 200 series standard gauge freight. There's the 2-dome tanker cars and the 3-dome oil cars. They have the Hercules, Steering Fuels, Cook's Paints, Philadelphia Quartz Company, Shell, Salance Chemicals, Clark Oil, and Mazda Lamps. And there's also some covered gondolas. They have the Great Northern, Union Pacific, New York Central, along with some hopper cars. There's Jack Frost, Pittsburgh and Lake Erie, and the Pennsylvania, and the bay window cabooses like we saw in last week's catalog. And here are some more Union Pacific ones. There's the U.S. Army, Navy, U.S. Marines, and Air Force. And there's also the Ivory Peacock Brass Trim refrigerator car, the white and blue standard gauge refrigerator car, pea green and red illuminated caboose, light olive green and dark olive green caboose, the Lionel Corporation refrigerator car, and the orange and maroon standard gauge illuminated caboose. There's also the white and brown standard gauge boxcar, the Pennsylvania standard gauge boxcar, the cream and orange boxcar, the Railway Express Agency standard gauge refrigerator car, the Christmas standard gauge refrigerator car, the white and blue with nickel trim standard gauge refrigerator car, the Ivory and Peacock with brass trim refrigerator car, and now we are at the accessories. They now have the pea green and green yellow 163 freight accessory set, and the pea green and peacock orange freight accessory set. They have green 3-piece container set. All of these are 3-piece container sets. They have green, yellow, black. They also have some signal bridge and control panels from silver and red to gray and red, and the number 441 standard gauge weigh scale. And there's also the Lionel lines coal bunker. See, I never actually read this, so let's go ahead and read it. Their 98 coal bunker accurately replicates the model produced by Lionel from 1939 to 1940 as a less expensive alternative to the number 97 motorized coal elevator, instead of the 97's motorized and noisy chain of buckets that lifted coal into the tower. The 98 features a chute for loading coal manually into the concealed coal bin, like the original number 98 and 97 as well. Their model features an electrically operated trapdoor for dumping coal into waiting hoppers or gondolas. Oh, there's the thing. So over here, there's the red and aluminum number 152 operating crossing gate, and the AF Old Glory number 250 or 2050 flag and pole and base. The Simply the Best Way to Run a Railroad DCS. DCS is simple to use. It is accessible from the DCS remote control or any iOS or Android smartphone or tablet. It can be upgraded for free over the internet. It can do more for less money than any other command control systems. It's why you have more fun operating your trains than ever before. And yeah, this is all you need to know about the MTH railroading app. And the DCX Explorer and the full DCS digital command system. And here is the DCS remote control, the handheld unit, the transformers, and the Lionel standard gauge track. There's one without the roadbed and one with the roadbed. And here are some more cars. They have the Lionel Corporation standard gauge coal car. This one is orange. And the Lionel standard gauge coal car, which is blue. Actually, it's actually MTH. And the Lionel Corporation cabooses, along with some MTH ones. And Tinplate's part guide. The Tinplate parts guide. And that will be all. Well, I hope you all have enjoyed this old Lionel MTH catalog. Hope y'all have enjoyed it. And as always, please be sure to like, comment, hit the bell for notifications of new videos, and subscribe. And also share. Thank you all again for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video.